Shalom. First and foremost, gonna give all glory and praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Alright. Just finna get into a quick lesson. Alright, this video from the brother or elder GMS in Rome, Lions on Fire. Alright. Basically about Trump right here. Alright, if you've been watching, Trump or, America has bombed, 3 nuclear facilities, over there in Iran. So basically now we're in war, all right? America's at war now, and I just want to play this real quick just to show you the pride of this man,
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin-Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say, we love you, God.
All right, and you hear this man is prideful, all right? Esau is prideful, Because look, let's get something real quick. We're in the transition of power, all right? These things are happening because we're in the transitioning period of power being, or the kingdom given over to one people to another, you know. Sirach 10 and verse 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. All right. And yeah, Esau, you're about to lose this world. All right. You're about to go into captivity. All right. Because of all your unrighteous dealings. All right. Look, they're over there in Gaza. They're over there starving, you know, people out. It's regular civilians out. All right. That's some wicked shit, you know. They have what's the word? Terrorized this whole earth, you know, through their actions, you know. But of course, you know, you just came on the scene just for prophecy's sake, you know. And now guess what? We're in the transitioning, you know, period. Job 20 and verse 5, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. All right. The triumphing, all right, the joyfulness, all right, you know, them celebrating, you know, over them, you know, that for them conquering this world, you know. But guess what? It says short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. All right. It's just but for a moment. Now we're coming to the time we're right there. Like, it's literally right at the door of Yahweh Shai, you know, taking the kingdom. All right. And guess what? It ain't gonna be no more joy in that day. All right. You're not gonna be, oh, America this, our army this, because hey, Yahweh Shai and his army, guess what? He's gonna brutally take down, you know, your army, all right, and the rest of the nation's army, you know. America's gonna get obliterated, all right. So, and after that, you're gonna be born into slavery, you know. Well, at least you're gonna be already placed in slavery, you know. Y'all gonna try to hide in them bunkers, you know, but we gonna come get you, you know. But for you other Edomites, you know, you regular old Edomites, hey, you're gonna be born into captivity, you know. Niggas that died here, you're gonna be born into captivity, all right. Verse 6, though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds, all right. And yeah, hey, this man is prideful. You see how he was talking, all right. Because the Lord allowed him to conquer this world. So now, hey, basically in their head, they're like, oh, hey, we good, you know. We could do this shit again, matter of fact, you know. Verse 7, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? See? But guess what? He about to perish. All right? After America be destroyed, your army get taken down, you go into captivity for 1,000 years, guess what? You know, you serve that 1,000-year captivity, guess what? You're going to be abolished from the earth. You're going to be no more of a nation. All right? So you have no reason to be prideful no more, all right? Well, of course, you know, you're going to be prideful until, you know, you're going to be prideful till you know, till you're exterminated, you know? Matter of fact, where's that? You know, he was talking about his army and shit. You know, how great they is and how basically if Iran don't, you know, if Iran, you know, tries to, you know, fight them or retaliate, basically they're going to come back stronger and it's going to be easier. You know, and just like the elder was saying in the video, you know, Iran got allies, you know, Russia, you know, you got China. All right, so it ain't going to be easy. All right. And according to prophecy, you know, Russia's going to be that guard unto them, unto Iran, you know? So, no, it ain't going to be easy, you know? Matter of fact, it talks about in Joel 2 that You know, Joel 2:20, how you're gonna be driven over there into the, Saudi Arabia, all right? And you're gonna basically, it's gonna be a slaughter fest over there, you know? So let's see, Jeremiah 50 and verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against them round about. All right, and the archers, all right, these other nations, all right, they hold, Salakia. Yeah, Salakia, I was tripping. Yeah, these other nations, they got the nuclear capabilities, all right? Russia, Iran, Hey, that nigga, they talking about, hey, we gotta take their, we gotta destroy their, nuclear capability because, hey, they're mad people, they're insane. They might start blowing up shit just because, basically that's what they're saying. All right, but hey, that's you, nigga. That's you. You don't want to go around just blowing up shit. All right, you go to people's lands and starve them out. What kind of insane shit is that? You go to another person's land and starve them out in their own land. So hey, you're about to be taken out of power and exterminated after 1,000 years of slavery. Because you're just no good. But again, Jeremiah 50 and 29, call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow. And what does that bow represent? The nuclear silos, all right? What holds the missiles, all right? What holds the nuclear missiles, all right? Camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape, all right? And the Elder Gabaria down here, in the GMS Indianapolis camp, he was mentioning like, hey, China could shoot a missile going, south, And matter of fact, Lord willing, I might go into that, I'm gonna go into that, Lord willing, for another video. And hey, Russia got submarines, holding nuclear missiles, around America. So hey, America's totally surrounded, Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she had done, do unto her. So according to all that she had done, this Babylon the Great, America, hey, this place has been totally, it has destroyed the earth, It has destroyed, everything from us, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the true biblical Israelites. All right, these other heathen nations, all right, all the way to the air, the water, all right, the food, all right, the morals of the people, all right, all right, everything here is just tainted, all right, it's tainted, it works against you, not for you, all right, Esau made everything terrible against you, He's the reason why we got fucking problems, you got problems with your health. All right, he's the reason why you got to worry about your child going outside and being kidnapped. He's the reason for all that. He's the reason why for that. Hey, you got people out here just killing people just because. He's the reason for all of that. Of course, I'm gonna say this. It's prophecy. Everything is the will of the Lord. But this Yahweh Shem Yahushua used this man to bring, evil upon this earth, It says, according to all that she had done, do unto her. For she had been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Yeah, she been proud against Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right? Because look, they create lasers to fight Yahweh Shah. That's how powerful they are. All right, they seen the chariots. All right, they know about the chariots. They know that Yahweh Shah is going to come back. And guess what? Guess what in their mind? The best thing that they can do. Oh, let's build some lasers to fight them off. We're going to take them down. That's some crazy shit. I wouldn't do no shit like that. You know, the vehicles that that the Lord is riding on, or that the angels are riding in. They could stop at a dime. You see that? Your technology cannot do nothing like that. But still, you still got in your mind, oh, I'm gonna fight that. I'm gonna take that down. We can do it. That's why it says, the pride in thy heart had deceived thee. Verse 30. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, said the Lord. So see? So her men of war is America's soldiers is about to get obliterated. All right? That's a horrible lot to be in, to be an American soldier in these times. Because guess what? You're not destined to win. You're destined to fail. And you're destined to fail, horribly, miserably, So yeah, you gonna go over there in that Middle East. Hey, guess what? You're gonna perish over there. And our army's gonna perish. All right, all that talk that Trump is talking about. What do you say? Basically, that the American army is the biggest and baddest. But in this world war that we about to enter into, guess what? It's about to be shown that it's opposite. Verse 31. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. All right. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. See? Who is he calling the most proud? Esau. All right. And we know Esau, hey, this is America's Esau's, basically, what do I call it? This is their money right here. This is their power, here in America, But yeah, hey, the Lord is saying that he's against you, all right? He's not for America, all right? So America's about to fall, all right? America is about to get hit with missiles, all right? 200 million missiles, all right, as the scriptures say, all right? And this place is going to be destroyed, never to be inhabited again, all right? And your army over there in the Middle East, they're going to get slaughtered, all right, by Yahweh Shah. All right, and these other nations too, and the angels. So it's going to be all bad for America, It's going to be bad for all the heathens, But it's going to be worse for you, for Esau, just because, hey, you're losing the whole kingdom. You're losing the whole world, Matter of fact, I'm going to end it off on this. 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 24. Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to Yahweh, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. So see, Yahweh Shah, all right? Yahweh Shah is about to put down all rule and authority and power, all right? 1 Corinthians 15:24 NLT. After that, the end will come, when he will turn the kingdom over to Yahweh the Father, all right, having destroyed every ruler and authority and power, all right? For Yahweh Shai Mashiach must reign until he humbles all his enemies beneath his feet, all right? And we know that according to Psalms 83, those are our enemies, So, nations, Esau, starting off with Esau, y'all about to be taken out of power, all right? And all rule, all authority is going to be given over to Yahweh Shah, all right? So that's pretty much it. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Going to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh, Dama Honor, set up Hassan, that was a great millstone. All right, Shalom.